Okay, so what we'll do is we'll try to set up
OBD.
OBS Studio, like.
Oh
yeah. So now what we'll do is try to set up our initial ROS workspace. So that will be like a directory, and the way ROS is set up is for every new project, you normally put it in a new workspace. So let's just jump into that. So ls cd i3 not cd actually mkdir.
Creating new one.
Yeah. So I'm putting everything here, but normally we name it Catkin workspace. So yeah, or like Melodic workspace, right? So so this is what my workspace is.
There's one more.
Make it all seem so easy.
It's
like,
one more
just a few lines
directory
here,
inside
lines
I3.
Yeah, i3 Detroit is like just a parent directory that where I'm putting everything. Main directory, you can put any, like main directory is Melodic workspace, and just remember where that is, and that should be sufficient, right? So I have created Melodic workspace. For you to start making that Melodic workspace folder a ROS package, you have to create one source folder again inside your, right? So I'll go into Melodic,
Last one working.
and then okay. So what I've done is
You have not. Oh, okay.
right. So what I have done is I have i3. Where is my i3 Detroit? Here I'm just.
So what could be an example of, like, if you go inside i3 Detroit, what could be another example of a workspace similar to Melodic?
I can make Melodic a workspace too. Like they're just names for, like, suppose I have two different projects for two different cars, completely different, and they have completely different packages. So one whole workspace is supposed to like interact within the package, like sub packages of that. So if you have like one autonomous car, then you will put it in one workspace.
So this means that even in source folder we'll have all C++ codes and libraries.
Everything, yeah. You will have 10 packages there, like one for LiDAR, one for this, one for that. Like, so this source folder will have multiple sub projects.
And ROS already has those files.
ROS will already provide. So ROS is already installed. So let me show you where ROS is. I think bash import ROS. So this is where ROS is already, right? So let me show you. So ROS is installed in your like OPT.
So you are importing those libraries from this ROS installation to this source folder.
No, I'm not importing. They are already there. Like it's like so when you are trying to access some library, you can just add that library to your path, right?
Yeah.
So that's it, right? You just to access those library, you just add it to your path.
Right now we're just creating new directories, right?
Yep.
To get
Yep.
started.
We haven't done anything. Just created a Catkin workspace and a source subfolder inside that workspace folder, right? So you can name it anything you need. That's also right. So all that is required is a folder, and then a source folder name within that, like so a subfolder named source within there, right? So that's like my shortcuts for like, so EB is simply
you
gedit.
define it?
Yeah, I have defined it all as well, right? So edit bash and source bash. That's this. Okay, so we are there, and then we need something from ROS. So I'll do. I think you already have ROS already, but I don't keep ROS always active. So now my ROS is there.
So you wanna add the import ROS?
Can we try?
You already have ROS, I think, right? So you.
So will it hurt if I again import it?
Will it take some
So
time?
import ROS is again like my command, I believe.
It's
Okay,
not,
so-
it's not working.
So this is what. So what I do is I don't want to have like ROS interfere with my other workspaces. So in every terminal I do that. You need not to do that. Like you will see if you guys will open your bash RC, probably, if you can, like edit bash. If you'll do this, gedit, this just just type this.
Wait.
Gedit.
That thing.
Dash. Dot. Is enter.
Yeah.
Ampersand also.
Oh, yeah, you can do ampersand or not ampersand. Like, so ampersand will
And? Or
will
no?
free your terminal, but like if you'll not do
That's
without
right.
ampersand, your terminal will stay busy. So I just type in.
Unknown option.
Gedit
Bash
is.
RC.
You do not have gedit? Okay.
I don't have gedit.
Just install sudo apt get install gedit
Okay.
very quickly.
Pip?
Sudo.
I think sudo apt,
Install.
not pip.
Oh.
It's
Sudo install?
Sudo apt get. No. Oh no. BSHRC. Why do you not have the bash RC? Oh, this is tilde, not dash. Sorry. This is tilde.
Okay.
Wait, I think
Windows.
this is tilde, not dash. Oh yeah.
It's not even recognizing sudo.
Oh yeah. Oh.
So we
How
can
is
work
this
together.
working?
I'll Google stuff.
Oh yeah, my bash RC open.
Okay, right. So now you'll see like what you have like in your terminal. So probably you guys will have the source opt ROS Melodic set
Yeah,
dot
I
dash.
guess that's how I saw it.
Source opt ROS
I showed
Melodic
you
setup
that.
dash.
So I'm already there.
Right. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you guys are. So what I do is that line is there, right?
So because I'm in
Yeah.
Windows,
So what happens? Like
this is the installation.
for you
guide.
it is always
And
running.
it says
For me I'm not running it always.
Alright.
I type that command to run it. So it's not important.
using ROS on Windows.
Just
every
some
time I use it,
optimizations that I have done
execute the
for
ROS
this, right?
script, that's exactly.
Oh, Yogi, yours is also working ROS core. So this is not something to
Yeah,
worry
not
about
VH.
much. Okay.
So
okay,
I-
in your case, if you
so
type
we
in
said
ROS
that
core,
on
So
won't
it won't work until like in a new terminal. I'll
Terminal,
type ROS code.
that's how
It should not work,
actually
and then
I
I'll
guess
type
that's
import
importing
ROS,
for Windows.
and then I'll type ROS code, and it should work.
It's basically the same thing. Same.
Yeah,
link.
I'm just adding
Okay.
some path, right? So that's
Yeah.
it.
I have the same one.
Then why did you mask this part?
I have done because I don't want to like there are multiple projects that you can install something else, and if you have a library name with this multiple libraries with the same name from
Mhm.
different packages, then they'll interfere with each other. So ROS may have something that other have. So okay, so that's there. So I use tmux. I'll recommend you guys to use it.
Yep.
So what it helps me is like I can do something like this.
Oh.
How you doing that?
Like
What is that?
Shortcuts?
yep. Control A. Oh.
Is it the
Something.
same terminal?
Yeah.
Wait, how did
Ye-
you?
It's Tmux, but I don't think you can.
Yeah.
You have Tmux.
But you guys can have it like because you'll have to open multiple terminals in ROS, so it's
Oh, yeah, I
easier.
have it.
It's just easier.
Yeah.
Just a recommendation.
So
You need not to do it.
Yeah.
We can do it without it. Like okay.
Yeah, Tmux is a terminal multiplexer for Unix-like
Yeah.
operating systems.
Fine.
Which is
So
Windows does
okay.
not.
Okay.
So I have this, and so I'm in my Melodic workspace.
yes.
I have my ROS core. I think, yep, ROS core command is coming there, or not. Okay, ROS core is already working, but that's fine. Now I'll go into my source folder. I'll type something called as catcan init workspace,
Catkin.
initialize workspace.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
Can you put this one on top?
Yeah. It's,
I think I can go and like I should do it this way.
Init
right now.
workspace and just enter.
Yep.
Creating assembly.
Just do that.
wait. So SRC. How did you? I'm at Melodic WS. How?
So in the source folder, you went inside the source folder and then type this catcan init workspace.
So what is this Catkin?
Catcan is the build package that ROS uses.
Did you create SRC folder too?
Yes,
Okay.
inside my
Melodic.
Melodic workspace
Okay,
folder.
just making sure.
Can
What
Varun,
is
can you
it?
give me a paper?
Sure.
Just do. Do you have pen?
Oh,
Alright. I guess that's now cat.
You your masters in embedded, this is the way to go.
I was telling you the same thing.
Okay, so you
So
guys are there?
Catkin is
Initiate workspace.
Yeah.
Catkin is not recognized as an internal or external command. Do I have to do something with Catkin?
But your ROS core is working, right?
ROS core is working, but
So-
Catkin is not. Is it something that I have to
What are you
install
typing? No, it
separately?
should not be.
No?
So you are typing cat. Oh, there's no space in between. Like catkin dash underscore.
it's
Sorry, it's a single. Yogi, yours is working.
Yeah.
Sachin,
yeah.
you are there.
Catkin.
It should work, right? Is it giving an error or is it like?
Yeah, it's giving the same error. It's not recognized as.
Is tab completion working for you in Windows?
Do you even have Catkin in the?
Catkin is like part of ROS installation though. That's why I'm.
So this is my ROS core thing, right? It seems it's just not working.
Just open your other terminal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Can you do catkin tab complete? Do something.
Tab.
Underscore. Tab complete. Yeah. Tab.
Tab doesn't work
It
on
is not supporting probably. I don't know. Yeah.
So
I'm not
there
sure
is-
about
there
it.
is a file copied in SRC.
Yeah. That's a symlink actually. Not even file. So that's a symbolic link. It's not like it is pointing to some actual file.
Actually, you can install Catkin by sudo apt-get install ROS Melodic Catkin.
I'm curious, like if it is
So
not
now-
installed already.
Take a look at this.
But he needs it for Windows.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what do you mean?
So-
Sudo
this-
won't work.
Doesn't work
On
on
Windows.
Windows. It's a Linux.
Yeah, that's
No, but that is a Linux.
It's a
Uh,
CMD.
terminal, right?
It's a Windows
Ah.
terminal.
It's Windows.
I'm curious there.
It's like a PowerShell.
It's like
You guys can
CMD.
split like between
You can come
there
by-
and there.
Are you Windows?
Yeah, he's Linux, so
Linux.
that's fine. So you guys can join him. That will be easier. I mean, I
Yeah,
haven't
it's
done
like
anything,
the-
so I'll not be able to help much with Windows
Oh,
because
okay.
this is
Alright, I'll
No
just
one
keep-
runs ROS on Windows.
it's pretty hard. Yeah, ROS 2 will support it in a much better way. Okay, right. So this is what we did is we actually initialized our source as a catkin source.
Alright.
Now I'm going
Move it
back.
over.
Now this is the command that builds your package.
you go back to Melodic.
Yep. Okay. Now let me show like what is in Melodic. Melodic just have a single folder named source right now,
Yeah.
and if you will see what is inside source, this is all that we have like a cmakelist.txt that is actually symbolic link to an actual file somewhere sitting inside the main ROS package. Okay.
Wait. So, cmakelist.txt did we create it or?
When you did like the catkin init workspace, then it should have already like created that for you. So if you'll check your folder, I think you should have it. You guys have it, right? Okay.
Cannot access.
So you do not have it, or you cannot access like. Can you open like GUI version of?
You open the window.
Yeah. What is that thing called? Like
File Explorer.
File Explorer. Yeah.
What is it?
Just open File Explorer to see if a file is present.
You go to that folder.
I3 Detroit, then Melodic WS, and then SRC. Yeah,
Oh,
L is
it's there,
capital.
right?
L is capital.
Okay. So fine. Now what we are doing is catkin make. Now this is the second command of the day. So the first one was catkin init workspace that
This
helps
is
you.
in
Right now you go back to the main folder, like the workspace folder, and then you type this command.
Which command?
Catkin make. Catkin
So
underscore
go
make.
to Melodic WS
Yes,
and
that's the workspace folder.
Catkin.
Make catkin underscore make.
Okay.
Okay.
Running command make J4L4.
Now what we'll see in the workspace, ROS will create or Catkin will actually create 2 more folders, build and devil for us.
Yeah.
Fine. And so essentially how the whole folder structure is working is all the programs will be inside your source. All the C++, Python, like whatever you're writing will be in source. Build is where your build will be created to, and devil will have the paths and all, right? So that's it. Like you have successfully created your first Catkin workspace, first like ROS workspace. No projects there. It's like an empty workspace, but it's a ROS workspace.
So you created your folders, and then
the workspace is a collection of those folders. Right?
Yes.
And then you added Catkin to it.
No, Catkin is the build package. Is the name of the build package.
You added the package to the workspace first.
Yeah.
This is an empty workspace, so no packages are there.
Okay.
But it's still a workspace, right?
Okay.
So I don't think we have created any packages right now.
Okay.
But even if you do not have packages, so my source folder is essentially empty apart from that one file. But we haven't created any packages so far.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's
So
go.
if you open the file explorer in your system, and then there are 2 more files.
Yeah, that's what I told. Like
Okay, I don't have this Catkin workspace, the last one.
it's actually a hidden file. So if I'll do I think
Okay.
Control H. Yeah, it will go away. So I was able to see a
Are you
hidden
on
file.
file?
So if you'll type Control H, you might be able to see it.
Yeah, I saw.
Your Catkin
That's
hidden file.
And
There
all
are-
of these files are copied from the ROS.
Yeah, ROS have done it all for you.
Why is it happening? What's up?
So at times, like even Bash RC, if you'll see, like if you go to home, you don't want to see what, like it's pretty dirty. A lot of things like these are like. So you only want to see the files that normally people care about. So even your Bash RC file, if you see that I have modified, they're like hidden files for.
It's like your
It's like defining functions, right? Like abstraction, sort of. Like you don't have to.
Yeah. So normally people don't need to interact with it. You
it's
don't
like
want.
your home when you know guests are coming.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yes, that's a good example.
And you don't want to play around with right, so that's it. So we are there now. Let's go. So far what we have done, we have created a Catkin workspace successfully, hopefully, and and let's go to the second, like creating a ROS package. What Yogi?
Melodic workspace.
Melodic workspace. ROS workspace is a superset. So sorry, Catkin. I'm saying Catkin because I'm like habitual of Catkin saying Catkin. And
So is there a difference in command for melodic, like
No.
melodic underscore?
No.
It's the same commands.
Yes. Okay. Now let's follow like a ROS tutorial because you will be able to go back and again look into it. Like, and I'll be able to help you understand what is happening there. So I'll go to the source folder again. Okay. And in the source folder, so Catkin again provides you a command called Catkin create package. Catkin create package, then the package name. So let's call it beginner tutorials. I don't want to change it for the sake of continuity. Right, so-
BGI
right?
TUTORIALS.
And then
create package beginner tutorials
Yeah.
under source.
and then there are like 3 more strings here, and what they are is they are actual name of ROS packages that helps you do certain tasks. So ROSPy helps you use Python in writing your like ROS packages. ROS CPP, if you are using C++, then to write ROS packages, then you will be installing ROS CPP. And the standard messages is the basic message interface. It will help you use those standard messages. That is the backbone of ROS, because all ROS is, it is providing you an interface, an easy interface to do message passing between different nodes. I think we talked about this in the previous.
Right between camera and LiDAR, right? Those
I'll
between nodes.
so So camera itself is not a node, like but like they need to be like, okay, camera, and then there will be some electronics or some program running.
ECU, like camera would be like a dumb
yeah,
lens,
and
right?
and then you will be running a ROS node on that electronic board, and then you can call it a node.
Oh.
Right, so it's more like
Something which has
camera is a part of it, but yeah, you need to have a ROS node running on it to call it a ROS node.
So every LiDAR comes with a controller, right? So the controller would be the node. Is that right?
No, so the interface is like this. So LiDAR is like a physical device. Then there will be like a hardware layer between. So there will be some communication protocol between LiDAR and actual hardware, actual Linux hardware. So it's called driver normally. So we will have a physical driver, right? And then what normally ROS will help you do is ROS will help to access those drivers, and then you can create the package to read those driver messages.
Oh.
Right, so that's what ROS is helping you with. So you still need to have a driver.
Okay. Have you used CAN analyzer?
I haven't done, but I've seen people doing it. Yeah.
Is it similar, like reading CAN messages?
You can say that, like you can say that, not exactly similar, like different functionalities, but
so the CAN driver.
Right.
To read the CAN message. I mean,
yeah,
the CAN messages.
Some sort of adapter.
Yeah.
If you're just trying to get the 0 to 5 volt or whatever, the half 4 to 5, yeah, you can. But then in that case, you're reading the raw message. You're just seeing like
Zero
voltages. It's not even 0 and 1. You're literally reading. Is it the 2.5, which is flat, or is it a differential of 5?
So
and then, but the driver will be able to decode that.
Yeah, and then ROS, all ROS does these days is it will help you interfere with the driver, like talk to that driver.
Yeah,
that's what ROS is good at. Like so mostly what you'll do is like you will have different LiDARs and all, and those LiDAR companies will provide their ROS drivers, like ROS interfering packages. That will so what they do is they write these simple ROS, I should not call simple, but like specialist packages, because they know what the driver is doing. So they help. That's how they want their LiDARs to be sold, right? So
I think the closest one to this would be AutoStar.
I don't know. Yeah.
It's an architecture again, like AutoStar.
AutoStar is. Yeah, I guess it would be like that.
Right. So we are following this tutorial. So we are doing exactly what is being told, right? So
just enter. Okay, successfully created files in.
Yeah. So let's see what it does.
These are just the values in package.
Right.
But AutoStar, I don't think it does sensors. It's just between ECUs.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's similar here. This is not communicating to the sensors. It's just communicating to the drivers.
Okay.
ROS is communicating to the drivers of the sensors.
Yeah, I understand.
ROS Pi
And
and
then
ROS
AutoStar, I don't remember.
Okay. So let's see what. So I have run this command, like cat can create package beginner tutorials. So
I forgot to add standard messages.
that's fine. Like it will take like we'll have to change a couple of things, but
Can I rerun it again?
you can actually delete it because it will not allow you to create this a package
name.
with the same name. So just delete that folder again.
How do
Just delete like rm-r, right?
What are those last two?
And then the
ROS
folder
Pi
name.
and ROS CPP?
What? Those are the ROS packages. Let me.
Create a package name, then standard message.
This is package name, and these are the These are the base packages that I'll be using from ROS. Where is it? Right. So we have that all set.
So you installed something standard messages. So
That comes
Catkin create package. So you created a package in Catkin. Beginner tutorials is the name of this package.
Name of the package that we want to create. Like I can name it anything.
Messages is a library.
It's a ROS library, right?
Oh, okay.
ROS packages that are already present. So
Okay,
standard
then.
messages is one of them. ROS Pi is one of them.
So
ROS
it's
CPP.
Python and C++.
And yeah.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Can you do one more thing? Go to terminal, edit reference and change the font size. Edit.
Okay. Edit.
References. Yeah, the custom font. Check the option.
Custom font.
Yeah, and then change it. Try to change it to number.
Is it increasing? I cannot see.
No, not this.
That's the width.
Oh, that's
Click on the
the height.
monospace regular
sorry.
tab.
Yeah.
The right in right. Yeah.
Oh, this one. And
Click on it, and then at the bottom you have plus.
I think 16 will be good.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm not able to remove
Yeah.
the directory.
RM dash R.
Oh,
And
R.
then
Dash R.
remove dash R for folder. The space between RM is the main command, and dash R is an argument, and then tab completed. Space and tab. Again tab, double tab. Yeah, and then beginner. Tab. Tab.
Oh,
Just tab.
Just tab.
Yeah, enter.
Is he typing in tab or something?
That's not like it's not.
okay, it's removed.
was gonna do that on Windows.
Okay, now I can rerun the one Catkin create package beginner tutorial.
Right. So okay.
MSGS or MSG?
It's MSGS. Yeah. Fine. Now let's look at what this does for us. Right. It's done. Okay. Okay. Then it should have created like a folder named beginner tutorials for us. Okay. Now, let's see what we have. Like
How do you clear the window?
Control L. Okay.
You should also open Nano.
That's fine. Like you can open gedit inside gedit, but I think Nano shows these highlights. I think gedit does that too, but I'm just showing like what do we have it in here, right? So it creates two things for us. Two main things, like so i3 Detroit, Melodic Workspace, source, and this is my package. So the two main files that my ROS cat can make is create packages creating us is cmake list and package.xml. So cmake list is the file that helps us. It's more like a cmake file. Whenever you install things in Ubuntu, you give it some kind of instructions. Okay, this package will be required to build it. This is what will be required. Use C++11. Use this. Use that. Like what to create. Like in the end, what should be the name of your output? Executable, right? So that all that information is like bunched inside as a make file, right? If I don't know if you have done it in Linux before, if you have installed a package, but at times you might would have used make or cmake file, cmake commands. Only make, right?
Install like Git stuff.
Pip does it for like, so pip is for Python related
yeah.
stuff, right? So pip is a Python utility.
Yeah.
But like if it's a normal Linux package, then you will be using something called as make if you're building it from scratch. Okay. Anyway, so this has to do with how we want to build my package, like core instructions for my cmake or like the my builder essentially, and the package.xml is telling me information that okay, this is more of like who is the creator of the package, what is the name, what is the version name, maintainer, right? So basic info, and like what are the packages that it is using. Okay, so in this case, like Sachin, you forget to add, I think, standard messages.
Yeah.
So we would have come here and added standard messages here. That's it. That's it. Yeah. This line, right? So there are two kinds of depends. One is executable depends. One is build depends. So there are packages that you only need while building things. And once build is complete, then that is not required. So if that is the case, then you will not put the package inside executable depend. It's just a way of like limiting what you need for doing things, right? So, okay. and both of them are like, I think XML, like at least this package.xml is an XML file, so you can see a very specific way of writing things like package, the name of the package, version. I'll write it like 1. I'll go maintainer name Manish @ it somehow picked my names from somewhere, I think. Maybe my username, yeah, right? So some like to do license, I'll put like MIT license. Let me just, right? So anyways, so and now I'll go to CMake list again. Oh, CMake, yeah. So inside CMake list, you will see a few things. Again, project name will be at the top. CMake minimum required version. So this is normally you don't care about this much, but suppose you're giving this package to someone and he have an older version, then he'll not be able to build it.
Older version
of CMake,
Oh.
right? So CMake is a more basic thing, like it's used to build like packages. So Catkin is using these other stuff
Uses libraries.
in the backend.
That
Yeah.
package uses
Yep.
libraries.
So Catkin is just making our life easier in building these packages. Long back, I think 2-3, like before Catkin came in, we used to do it using ROS dep and all, and it was a lot of hassle. Like, so we have to make sure all those packages are included already. So Catkin does that already for us. It looks okay, what are the dependencies, and it installs that for us. So Catkin made our life a lot easier with ROS. Okay, and here also, like what we are saying is find packages. Which packages? The one that I depend on. ROS CPP. I like while I was creating this package, I told ROS I'll be depending on ROS CPP, ROS Pi, and the standard messages. So that is happening. And then I'll go below. Right now we are not including any directories, so it's kind of empty. And then we are not building anything so far. That's why like we are, or else like, yeah, so we are not building anything so far. That's why like the rest of things are like commented out, but I think we'll uncomment a few things as we'll proceed forward. Right, so
what are these things that are commented out?
so these are like
also libraries?
these are normally the functionalities that you'll use. If I look at this thing carefully, yeah.
Available right now?
Right now we are not using them, right? So like this one,
And then to use them, you'll have to go into this file and then uncomment them?
uncomment them, or even change them a little bit, like the names and all.
So why did it create this file?
This is just like a template for you,
Huh.
just so that you can
So it
use
like
it.
loads
You need
everything, but it doesn't run everything to like be more efficient, and then so you go and choose what you're gonna use by uncommenting it in this file.
I'll not say that. It is just creating us a template. So Catkin would have just created us like the uncommented line file, but I think they choose to create the whole template that okay, this is the standard way that you should do, sort of thing, or else like we'll wind up creating the file from scratch and everyone will do it in a different style.
Yeah.
So they're trying to standardize things a little bit, like helping us to guide like how we should standardize. We can definitely change things here.
Alright.
Right, so they commented out things are
Very
definitely.
Yeah, I guess Windows, if you were doing Windows, it would just like give everything, and everything would be uncommented, and it would just always run everything. And here it seems like you have the control. It's just like gives
no,
you a
no, no.
template, and then you have to go uncomment.
No, I'll not say that, because a lot of things you cannot even uncomment out right now.
You cannot.
No, we cannot. Like, so this, it's not that I can uncomment everything right here. Like suppose like look at like what this command is doing. So it is saying create an executable with a file that I haven't yet created. So but it is assuming that in future you will be creating a beginner tutorials node.cpp file. So it's just like something.
Generic instruction is not a code.
Yep. So it's not something that you can uncomment out and those lines will work, right? So this is something that we'll uncomment in a while. After we'll create that CPP file, right? So that's the understanding. So we are clear, like what is the purpose of those comments? Are not something, they're just like some nodes, you cannot use them completely directly.
So basically this is like a bunch of functions you loaded from a library, and then you can use them, but you need to like
create at least,
Yeah.
like in this
Like-
case I need to have this file, right?
it's still
Right,
You
you
still
make-
need to like create all this stuff. Like you can't just go and start using these
Yeah.
functions. You have to like build your whole ROS space
Exactly,
in a
yeah.
certain way.
Yep.
And stuff like, and so.
Yeah.
Alright.
Right, so let's go to the so that's done, and I think we'll okay, so this is kind of telling what I have told. This is kind of doing same thing, dependency tags. Okay, so we have done that, like, so we have created a first package again, like as last time we created a Catkin workspace without any package. This time we created a package without any functionality.
Okay.
So right, and then we'll I think okay, build a ROS package. Okay, we created the package. I think we haven't run Catkin make yet, right?
Yeah.
So Catkin make will always run from the main workspace folder.
So that is
Catkin
Melodic
we
works.
did like we made once after init workspace.
Yep. At that time, this package was not present. So you'll see, like, now when I'll run Catkin make, it will show which package like is new, like beginner tutorials. It have highlighted.
beginner, yeah.
Yep.
Class.
So now this time
one package on top
it
of
also
one.
build the beginner tutorials package.
So it's in SRC.
Yep. So it builds everything that is inside SRC.
Something like that.
So again, like, why it built it, but essentially it has done nothing because we haven't created any
And the
executable,
function, Yeah.
right? So, but it is showing, okay, there is one more package,
Okay.
What was the command?
Catkin make. So we have, I think so far we have learned Catkin init workspace. That was the first initialize the workspace. Then Catkin Catkin create package was one, right? And then Catkin make. Like, these are the Catkin commands that we have.
So it's a workspace within a workspace. Because we built the melodic workspace, and
Yes.
Catkin is also a workspace.
No, Catkin is the builder, name of the builder.
Package.
Package.
Yeah.
Oh.
Catkin is the name of the package builder.
Okay.
Okay.
So is there a change in the folder structure or any other file added somewhere?
Yeah. So okay, let's look at how things are looking so far in my workspace, right? So I have a source where I'll be putting every program. Build and devel, I'll not have to care a lot. We will see where we care, but yeah. And inside source, we created one folder. So essentially, inside source, I'll have multiple folders, different packages, different, right? So that's it. So then CMake list. So what my Catkin create package have done, the most important things that this thing have done is it have created like two files for me, package.xml and cmakelist.txt. cmakelist.txt is used to give the build instructions,
Okay.
and package.xml is more of like when someone will be using your package, Catkin will be using that information from the package.xml to import the dependencies
Oh, yeah.
and by itself, right? So, and there are two more folders we can see, but they must be empty. Like source, we haven't done anything, and include, we haven't done anything. But Catkin create pack.
Include has beginner tutorials.
That's just a folder again. Like it's so
Oh,
Catkin
okay,
create.
Catkin,
Yeah,
yeah.
Catkin create package have created like a template of how I should be doing things. I can definitely change things, right? But this is like they're trying to standardize so that if we are using like each other's package, then how? So build a ROS package is already done. Understanding ROS nodes. I think we covered it last time, but
Yeah, last time,
let's go through it. I think this will be just understanding it. Yeah.
Subscribe
Yep.
and
So-
broadcast.
Yep. Last time we covered this.
Yeah. Do you still mind sharing the presentation?
I think I did, right?
Did you?
Yeah, I sent you an email.
On WhatsApp? No.
Did I reply to it? Or no?
I
If
don't
didn't
think so.
reply,
I
then
don't.
I
Oh, I don't think so. Okay. Okay. Let me. One.
Can we create ROS nodes within this workspace and broadcast and subscribe and
Yeah, we'll do that like in a while. Yeah, that's the next thing.
That's the interesting part. No, he just showed us how
Yeah, last time you guys were not prepared. That's why.
Last time he gave us a 501. Now he's giving us 101.
Yeah, I think I understood. Like
400 level course.
You have it?
No. But JD just posted. He built something. He built a fetch bar on ROS. And then he said we might be able to borrow their deep racer track.
So let's take a 2-minute break.
Oh, sure.
What are you installing now?
Yeah, I'm just trying to bring the presentation from the last time. Bring up. That should be in my OneNotes. Why is it like okay? So MS 01, 3, 5. No, MSN.
Oh, he works at like Mackenzie or
Who?
on WhatsApp we have a. Oh, I guess we should add you. We made a ROS channel on WhatsApp, whatever.
Okay.
So we like.
Oh yeah, he have added like a video of this
Yeah.
Pathfinder
just,
robot, right?
Yeah. And they have a track we could borrow. He said.
Not OneNote. It should be a PPT.
Yeah,
PowerPoint.
Yeah, I need your phone number though.
Do you have those packages anywhere? Let me just see if I can pull like. Because even I have GitHub.
Yeah, and I'll just start like documenting all this stuff. Like the video you're making today, I'll add it to the YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
Even though
But this is
there's no
like,
voice.
yeah, we are wasting a lot of.
There is a ROS. That thing is capturing your audio.
No. It's I have to like add that on. I can do that, but I'm not doing that. Like,
That's fine, because like for me, I'll have to go through it. Even just the video is good.
okay.
But like there are like a lot of garbage.
Yeah, that's why like we talk a lot like in between. So they, I think we'll point to the place where we are actually what we are using. That's why we are using standard stuff like from ROS tutorials itself. But yeah, I may be helping you to just understand it a little easier. But yeah,
I saw the first video.
everything is there. Yeah. So that's working. Let me just see workspace. My robot. This is my different workspace. Android CUDA samples, Eclipse, GitHub, i3 Detroit, Snap, Synergy, Test. Yeah, okay. Repositories. Catkin workspace. 22nd June. So.
Where'd you save your?
I just hit save after.
Okay, yeah, I have that.
Oh.
So I can help bring that thing out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's type.
Hmm.
You have a 510 area code?
Yeah, I went to Berkeley.
Oh.
Wait, you see Berkeley?
Yeah.
Oh, holy shit!
Yeah,
Did
that's
you
good.
tell this already?
Huh?
Did you tell me this already?
No.
So he also like what was the name of the guy who came in last time? He also went to Berkeley. Right?
Q. No.
Not
Lee.
Q.
Chinese guy.
Chinese guy?
No, but Chinese with American.
No, he was there in the last presentation, right? He was telling he's not. We talked for long outside. In the last ROS presentation that I.
Yeah. I'm just trying to remember everybody who was there.
There was only one guy.
Oh, Victor.
Victor.
Sorry, yeah.
Victor
yeah,
al-
Yeah, he went to Berkeley.
Yeah, he went to Berkeley
Yeah,
too,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I met Victor.
Yeah. Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
We were from-
I didn't know you went to Cal as well.
Hmm. That's good.
I was like, I saw 5.0. I was like, that's Bay Area.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Get-
cool.
So we
Another
got
Bay Area person.
Yeah.
You know,
So what I'll
Alex's
do is-
ultimate dream, right?
Move back to.
No. Make Detroit.
Oh.
Computer of Bay Area, like.
Bay Area. Wait, isn't that your dream?
Uh,
Wait, that's your dream, right? That's what we spoke in the beginning. You said.
to bridge the gap, the two should
Oh,
work
yeah,
together.
yeah.
They
Yeah.
shouldn't fight. Like, yeah, there's no, like, even Lawrence Tech doesn't touch it. Like, UC Berkeley is a really hard school to go to, man. Where did you study there?
Mechanical.
Oh, the electrical engineering is like
Yeah.
the hardest thing you can do because they make
Yeah.
you minor in computer science,
Mhm.
which is actually a really good idea.
Yeah, the EECS course.
Yep.
Yeah, I took a EECS course.
But
It's tough.
the teachers don't give a shit about you. They're all the professors are there to do their research and get
Oh, yeah,
funding.
yeah.
So they don't even, the courses are like super hard and
Yep.
they are 150 people and you don't even interact
And
with
the
the
teachers
teacher.
are-
You're with
so-
the TA.
There is a.
The teacher is like, yeah. It's like differential equations. You just go in one step from this to this. Like, read the book, talk to the TA.
So outside the physics or the chemistry department, they have reserved spot for Nobel laureates. The parking space only for Nobel laureates.
Oh, really?
But the physics and chemistry departments are pretty Jesus.
Yeah.
But the 1 year courses are not that hard to get into.
Oh yeah, you did a 1 year
Yeah.
course.
So that's not. I mean, if you do a PhD in EECS, that would be like the toughest thing
Yeah.
to get into.
I think it's getting
So
harder
you did
and harder.
2 masters or one single master?
Single master.
So if you do 1 year course, you get. Oh wait, are you like citizen here? Or?
No, I'm not.
So you get OPT?
No,
One year?
H1B. You
How
can
many-
Yeah, you get a.
How many year OPT do you get? Like 3 years?
3 years. Same process.
Oh
Everything.
wow, 1 year and you get 3 years OPT. That's good.
Yeah.
Nice.
But that
Ross
1 year is
called
hell.
fetch.
1 year, huh?
It should be
They-
four
they-
four semester, right? In 1 year.
No,
Yes.
it's 2 semesters, but yeah, it's a lot of work.
How many credits?
26.
Holy
Oh
shit.
my God.
In 1 year, 26 credits?
Yeah.
I'll be like, crazy.
Okay.
And then you have to find a job.
Okay. So what we can do is like so already have a package since you mentioned like if we can do bring up so we can clone the same repository that I presented last time.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay, and we'll just derive stuff from there. So if you'll go to my workspace, my GitHub, in Catkin
like
workspace.
In Google, like in just.
github.com. Yeah.
Did you share the presentation?
I did. I think I did, but let me just do it again. Like it's
GitHub.
online.
I don't
And
know.
what
Maybe
is
I
it
missed
called?
which email did you send it to?
Let me just check.
MSI
MS Invent.
Yeah, that's MS Invent. Yeah.
MS Invent.
invent. Oh wait,
Catkin.
no internet. What the-
So compose.
we are cloning his.
Workplace.
Yeah, just there are some packages that will be again recreated.
Oh, so you want to be.
So Alex.
Okay, Manish Sharma.
See Alex, like
GitHub.
see?
What should I go
Oh
to?
no. Send.
Repositories. Catkin workspace.
Is this the one? Yeah. See? Oh no. July 1.
There is a presentation attached.
Oh, that's the TensorFlow. Oh.
The-
Did I send it to you? Oh, okay.
Maybe
It
it's
seems
something
like
different, Alex.
yeah. Okay. Anyway, so let me do. Oh, that's bad.
I got bit so bad by mosquitoes.
Where do you go?
My backyard. Pretty hardcore backyard. Like a
Okay.
Amazon back there.
Oh, I think I shared it from this place.
Yeah, you can share it.
Right? And see, I have already shared this. But you would not have got an email for that. Okay, sorry. So I simply shared, but I don't know why.
Can I like download it?
Yeah, you should be able to. I have sent you an email now. I think I simply shared and it did not inform him.
It always does, but so the subject would be
Oh.
invitation to collaborate, not something else. It's sometimes that's why it's tough to.
And it's
Maybe you have switched off the notification because even Yogi was like
Yeah.
yesterday. He was not getting any email for the calendar invites. Can you believe? Like,
And then you use OneDrive.
you should be able to see without having an account. So
Can you download this and send it instead, like PPT?
you guys have.
I don't have OneNote.
This is a PPT, like PPTX.
No, I don't have OneNote account like Outlook.
Okay, that's fine. So what we have done is
So wait, what do I have to do now?
just git clone this command and
This item might not exist.
and
or
put
it's
it
not
outside.
longer
Put it in your
available.
i3 Detroit folder.
Copy this.
Copy this.
I3 Detroit.
This item might not exist or is no longer available.
What?
Okay, I went to my i3 Detroit.
And then do git clone, right? This
GIT
command.
space.
Dude, I don't want that.
Paste the link.
K1.
So I'm going to close this all. I3 Detroit and then git clone.
Wait, it
I
cannot-
already downloaded using this
Yeah.
copy.
If you don't
What?
the enter dot,
What?
GIT.
No, okay.
OC.
That's pretty bad.
dot GIT.
What should I do? I mean,
Can you just download it and send it?
yeah, I think that's the.
If you don't mind.
Okay,
Best
cloning
option.
into Catkin WS, unpacking objects, 100% 79 by 79, done.
How can I download it?
I think files.